Hello, internet. How are you? Once again, welcome to JL Plays. Thank you for listening. So, this week we're going to be talking about my most anticipated film so far, Space Sweepers. Also, I've been watching some documentaries about serial killers and on Netflix also because, quite frankly, that's what I have. The first one I did not like so much, but the second one, oh, it was so interesting. Some of these documentaries are so good, and some of these is just utter fail. But the second one was just so intriguing. So without further ado, let's get started with these documentaries and my thoughts on them. I'm just gonna put them together for you guys because I'm just gonna go through these real quick and just get into some other things because I got a few other things I want to talk about also. So the first one is Evil Genius, which is about the bank robbery in Philadelphia, which ends with the man that was had a bomb wrapped around his neck, and whether or not he was an accomplice to it or whether he was or wasn't an accomplice to it, and the people behind it also, and everyone involved. And I'm like, the the main thing I took away from this film, from this documentary, is like the people behind this are pure evil. Like they're just sick bastards. Every single one of them. They definitely were off their meds. They're just sick people, too smart for their own good type of people. And yeah, in the worst part is that you don't get any closure whether this gentleman was a part of it or not. But from the way the documentary left it, it seemed that he wasn't. He was just a typical, just doing his job, pizza delivery man, and he wasn't a part of it. But these people, this well, the only surviving member of this whole thing, she was just bonkers and deplorable. I just can't. I really could not believe the stuff I was hearing that this woman was saying, because she was definitely not in her right mind whatsoever. And then, yeah, that's where I'm just gonna end there. This was very, very, just very not. I cannot even say disturbing. The one I watched before was more disturbing than this, about the Night Stalker. That was definitely more disturbing than this, but it just did not make me feel comfortable at all. I was totally uncomfortable with this, just hearing this and just watching it. And yeah, this lady was really, really dark and twisted, and she knew exactly what I believe she knew exactly what she was doing through this whole thing, and this is all her and her boyfriend's plan to the T. There was too much evidence stating otherwise from the what the documentary showed, and I don't understand how this lady, even her one of her lawyers that did no longer want to defend her, it was just ridiculous. Even even he gave up and was like, I'm done with this crazy person. But yeah, Evil Geniuses. If you want to look at it, see it for yourself. It's on Netflix. Enjoy yourself if you can. The next one I want to talk about, which is what I really found fascinating, was the Confession Killer.
Look at Henry. He's pleasant, he's non-threatening, and actually a killing machine. A killing machine.
None of the known serial murderers approaches the record of Henry Lee Lucas.
Henry Lee Lucas has killed 100 women, at least 360 people. Lucas at random during an 8-year spree.
Either they found the world's worst serial killer or it was the biggest hoax in American criminal justice history.
Would give him a pencil. He would sit there and draw pictures and describe what they were wearing, how they were killed.
Strangulations, knifings. I've killed them in every way there is.
He was confessing to any unsolved murder put before him.
I started getting calls from law enforcement all over.
Why? Why are you doing it?
It was making him feel as though he was contributing.
They didn't treat him as a killer, but as a friend.
Uh-oh, you got the handcuff?
It was so good. Every day brought him a strawberry milkshake. It was like he was a movie star.
From that point, it went to hell in the handbasket quick.
I'd been believing for all these years was Henry did it.
There is not one shred of evidence to show that Lucas killed my mother.
The police work was less than competent.
There's a lot of emotions with that.
197 cases were closed that should still be open.
We were up against very powerful people.
So if someone has something to hide,
there's nobody else gonna solve them except me.
He was playing them like a violin.
Lied.
If Lucas didn't kill all those people, who did?
So yes, the confession killer. Let me give you a quick synopsis. The hunt for two missing women leads authorities to Henry Lee Lucas. In court, he drops a bombshell, setting off a media circus and riveting a nation. Now, I'm gonna get right to it. Spoilers for actual facts of the case, and considering this is reality, not fiction. Spoilers right off the bat. So yes, Henry Lee Lucas was a sad man. I feel, I don't know if I should feel sorry for him or what, because I've, even after watching this whole series, I still don't know if he was actually a killer or not, because he might have killed at least one person, but it's very doubtful. And he was able to trick over 1,000 police officers across the nation and believing that he killed over 500 women or something ridiculous, or just ridiculous number, because unknowingly these dumb police officers were just feeding him cases, feeding him the information without them even knowing, and he just regurgitated everything that they told him. He was just someone that was able to take things and to make himself feel like, useful to these people, so he could in turn feel special, because he has this, I guess he just had this mental problem, and this was such ridiculous thing that it took years and years. There was even someone in Texas, I think it was Texas, that said like, yo, this guy is not right. We need to look at these cases. This is messed up. And police officers and the district attorney or whatever, they tried to destroy his career, destroy his life because of it, because he was speaking up against the police, saying that they were screwing up. This is just ridiculous. This goes to show you that the police officers in these freaking counties are just a bunch of idiots that don't know nothing. They want to pin stuff on somebody without even knowing the facts, or even this could have easily been solved by just double checking his everything he was saying. Where was he doing that day? All thing they were doing was going by what he was saying. Oh yeah, I confessed to it. Yeah, that was it. And that's what they took it. Yeah, that was me. You did this. Yes, that was me. And you find out that the reporters started like, this doesn't sound right. This man literally said, because there was a Japanese crew there, right, that he had committed murders in Japan. And I'm like, wait, so how did you get there, Henry? Oh, I drove there. Yes, people. He literally said that he drove to Japan. This is the man that police thought killed over 500 women across the county and drove around, and he was just driving around across the country killing women without sleep, without rest, without nothing. A man that he claims that he drove to Japan. Yeah, he killed all those women, all right. Yeah, sure. And I'm the next president of the United States. Jesus Christ, man. This is just shows incompetence and just lack of foresight and lack of wanting to do the job. Like if you're not willing to do the job, you're not willing to do what you were hired to do. Why are you even doing it? Why did you become a police officer? Why did you become a lawman if you're not gonna go out and actually do your job properly? What the hell is this? I am sick and tired of constantly seeing like, oh, you didn't protect the brotherhood. You didn't protect. Police are not a gang. Stop acting like stop acting like you're gangs. You're not gangs. You're here to protect us, the citizens. This is just another disgusting thing that police were doing. For instance, during the end, towards the tail of the documentary, they were showing. They talked about this sheriff who his son was taken to jail for murder, and then he had Henry. He had tried to get Henry to confess to the fact that he's the one that did the murder and not his son. I'm like, this is just insane. This this is so disgusting and disturbing at the same time. I just truly, I am, I can say I actually surprised, but at the same time I am not surprised that something like this could happen. Oh, I'm like, oh, that is so. This is so ridiculous. Yeah, Henry died in prison of old age, and yet, and they. Oh yeah, this is the best part, people. This is the best part. They actually, once DNA started being a thing, once they started be able to check DNA between, DNA matches to make sure that these people committed these crimes. Not one of those, not one of those cases that Henry claimed to have committed, one of those murders that Henry claimed to committed, they never found not even one of his DNA, not even one strand of DNA from Henry. They found 20 other murder people that made those cases. I'm sorry, committed those murders. They found with the DNA that they found and started in the database that they have. But yeah, Henry was never, to this day, Henry has not been attached to any of the murders that he claimed that he did. It was just being fed to him. They said he drove to Japan. Yeah, people still, these officers to this day refuse to acknowledge that they were duped by this man. This is so pathetic. But yeah, I honestly, I just want you all to go and watch this for yourselves. Just go watch it for yourselves. It's again The Confession Killer on Netflix. You need to watch this, and I don't know if you're gonna get outraged like I am right now or what, but I seriously hope y'all watch this and y'all take a better look at our who is actually behind the badge. What education did these people get? You know what I mean? I am more worried now about our justice system than ever before, and this is just insane. By the way, if when what which justice system I'm talking about, the U.S. justice system. Like these are the people that are supposed to help protect us and or catch criminals. I'm sorry, but we need a full rework of the hiring system. I honestly believe that it should be former military people that have left the military or the service in some way, shape, or form should be the only ones that should be allowed to be police officers because at least they have experience in something, and they're not quick to kill people or shoot anyone. They know how to de-escalate situations. Again, yeah, just go watch this and discuss it amongst your family members if you live with someone or what have you. Oh wow, I am so drained from watching this. One last thing, sorry for this long ramble that I find incoherent, but I'm literally so upset. I've tried to record this like 3 times now. It just drives me nuts every time I think about it. So yeah, sorry once again for the just rambling and just if sound a little bit loud. Sorry again. I don't mean to. It's just that I get very passionate when I see things like this, and I hope you like the fact that I do get passionate of what I enjoy. It's just the way I am. When I enjoy something, I love showing passion. When I dislike something, or I find. And my last thing before the main event is the revisit the medium. Now, I had just finished the game, It's not that long actually. It was only about 7 hours or so. Which again, thank goodness I was able to get it on Game Pass. Paying, I think it was like $50 for this game. It's just not worth it. Um, yeah, the game itself is still a good game. It's just the tank mechanics on this game really bites. Ending was just ugh. It was very anticlimactic. There was a scene there. There was a point where I thought I was gonna, oh, I get to choose whether this happens or not, and I don't get to choose. It literally, there's no choice for you. Everything you do, er, there's no actual choice. There's no consequences for your choices. You just go through this game linearly. It's all linear game, and there's nothing more to it. And unfortunately, that's the medium. A linear, basic experience you could end within 7 hours or so. Yeah, that's all. And I hope y'all enjoy yourselves with it if you do get to play it. And if not, I'm gonna be playing Resident Evil next, Resident Evil 7. Hopefully that will give me actual horror because I was looking for a horror game, and hopefully, and I know Resident Evil 7 will definitely give me horror. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'll look forward to talking about that soon. But now let's move on to the main event, shall we?
비켜라, 이 무능한 것들아. 저건 내 거다.
이거 앞에서 만민이 평등하지.
Projected profit loss $7,300.
우리 개판이야. 자, 오늘도 한번 벌어볼까?
The innocent face masks a deadly weapon. The robot is highly lethal, extremely dangerous.
돈이 되는 꼬마란 말이야.
그 폭탄을 되팔아 보겠다. 안 돼. 정의롭지가 못해.
뭔 개소리야? 입 좀 다물어.
난 입 벌린 적이 없는데.
Okay, that was a snippet of the trailer for Space Sweepers, a Netflix original Korean film starring Sun-kyu, Kim Tae-ri, Hee Jim-yu, and young actress Park Ye-rin. Here's a quick synopsis of the film. It's set in the year 2092. It follows the crew of a space junk collector ship called the Victory. When they discover humanoid robot named Dorothy that's known to be a weapon of mass destruction, they get involved in a risky business deal, and it completely changes their fate. Okay, here we go. And remember, I will be talking spoilers from this point on, but also I will not go into too much detail. I don't know how much detail I'm going to go into. Let me start off with three main cast members at least. Sun-kyu, he plays the pilot, which flies the spaceship. He is a great actor. He's one of my favorite actors. I've been watching him act and be on TV since he was on Running Man, the TV show where celebrities go on there and do, wacky things, and he was part of the main cast. Yeah, Running Man is one of those variety shows that is just fun to watch. If you haven't seen it, you can catch it all on kokowa.com. It's an okay site. They do have English subtitles there, so you'll be able to watch it there. Or just look for clips on YouTube. Yeah, it's a show that's been on there for over 11 years now, and it's just so great. I love that show. It's one of is the thing I look forward to the most every week, because right now I just need laughter, especially with this whole COVID-19 and everything. It is a great stress reliever for me. It's just makes me laugh, and for an hour and a half, I just have a good time watching that show. But yeah, Son Jugi, he plays the pilot, and he has issues with the robot. He just wants to get the body of his adopted daughter back because she died in a freak accident. in a space station. They got hit by a meteorite, I believe, or I forgot how it got destroyed. But it's really, heart wrenching, and he just, I think he's one of the best, one of the best actors. So it's popular right now. He's young. And he has a long way to go with his career. Also, Kim Tae-ri, you might know her if you ever seen the movie The Handmaiden. She's one of the main stars of The Handmaiden. She does an amazing job as the captain of the ship, and she plays a tough, no nonsense, some nonsense captain. She's pretty much the straight man for the whole crew, while everybody else just, is a little bit goofy, a little bit comedy. She's pretty much the straight man of the group. But yeah, she also is really amazing. I didn't even recognize her until I started looking up the cast and find out who's who and what they done. The Handmaid's Tale was one of those movies. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It is an amazing movie and is an intense movie. It's very very good. It's an extremely intense movie. And I just tell you, once you get to the halfway point, there is a sex scene there that's extremely artfully done. Let's just put it that way. But getting back to the movie, yeah, she did a great job as the playing the captain role. It was very, she really didn't have any real lot of dialogue, I should say. I will tell you this though before I continue with the other cast members. You can watch this film in dubbed in English. It plays well because they pretty much don't show you the talking too much. They don't show you the lips so much, so it's pretty good. I think everybody in this movie killed it, knocked it out of the park, except for the one foreign actor that he was playing this French guy, and it was just he was playing it over the top. He was playing it very campy, and that was the only thing for me that I really didn't enjoy too much is the whole campiness of his character compared to everybody else was just the support, all the supporting cast. Everybody was just there, just making a great film, but his for whatever reason they made him really campy, and it for me personally it didn't jive well with the rest of the tone of the movie. But some of you might like it. Me, it just left me lukewarm. But for me, the main star of the film itself was Park Yerin, who plays Dorothy, the little girl. Oh, she was so nice. This is another reason I love kids actors in Korea are some of the best young actors I've ever seen in the world. The U.S. cannot touch these kids. U.S. child actors cannot touch the Korean child actors. I've seen this movie. I can't remember the name of it. Had to do with um was it the Korean War, and about this church group that will go around singing, and one of these kids had a death scene. Yes, a 9-year old had a 5-minute death scene. This is how good he was. He was able to convey everything he was doing as a 9-year old in this death scene. It was brilliantly done. It was shot extremely well. It was hardly any edits. It was brilliant. And Park Yeri, this young girl, I see her. Oh my gosh, she's only like I don't know how old this child is. She might be 6, 7 years old, and you already see star power in her. You see her if she continues acting and just keeps pursuing this. When she gets older, she's gonna be ridiculous. She's gonna own Korean cinema. I can truly say she's gonna own Korean cinema if she gets the right roles. But yeah, but now let me talk about the movie itself. It's a it's a space opera type of thing. The movie is extremely long. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes, and for me, I felt those 2 hours and 20 minutes. But I'm gonna watch it again. Hopefully, on second viewing, it won't feel as long. And for me, that's the true quality of a movie. If I personally want to go back and watch it again, like I did for Shadow in the Clouds. I've saw that movie twice now since my review of it. I just love it. But yeah, I can't wait to go watch this again, and hopefully I'll have some time to. I'll give myself some time to watch this because again, this is a 2 hours and 20-minute long movie. But again, it's fun. I enjoyed myself. The CG, the all the computer graphics is so brilliantly done. This is definitely less of a budget in it than any Marvel movie, and it just blows away all the CG in this film blows away any Marvel movie CG. I'm sorry, Marvel movie CG still looks cartoony. It still looks fake. When I watch a Marvel movie, I tend to I have to take a step back and just enjoy it because if I start paying attention too close of attention, I tend to start noticing all the flaws, and all I want to do is enjoy a film. And yeah, so that's what I do for Marvel films. Like WandaVision, I have absolutely no, no, no problems with. I think it's a brilliant show, and I love watching it every week. I just wish that the episodes were longer. But anyway, sorry for that ramble. Let me get back to this movie. Yeah, the whole movie itself, the premise is this: we have mad, a mad super billionaire, just super billionaire that wants to destroy humanity, make a new colony of humans, of just quote unquote pure hearted humans. He doesn't want anybody with that's even remotely greedy or has any kind of malice to join his colony on Mars that he wants to create. And the only way he's gonna be able to terraform Mars is by having Dorothy, the little girl. She's able to control nanobots, and the bad guy just wants her for the fact that he's able to control because all the plants that he's been able to create are all created with nanobots in them, and thus Dorothy is able to make them communicate with them and make them grow faster, make them do things, do more things than they typically would do. And he, because of his upbringing, how he grew up poor and fought his way to the top and became super successful just to get rid of the humanity that's out there and create a new colony with Earth being completely wiped out of life. He just wants to start new, get rid of any greedy people whatsoever, and just start fresh. That's pretty much the movie. You could obviously figure it out what happens. The good guy stop him and so on. So that's that. But I'm not really here to tell you about the plot, so forth. I'm just here to tell you that if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Watch it dubbed, watch it original, however you like. The movie is worth watching, and I cannot give any high recommendations right now in quarantine. If you just want to have a good time, if you like sci-fi like I do, if you're a big sci-fi fan, not even a big sci-fi, you just like sci-fi a little bit, you will have fun with this film. I hope you all enjoy my rambling this week. And don't forget to email me if you have any suggestions at jlplayspodcast@gmail.com. jlplayspodcast@gmail.com. Once again, thank you again for taking the time to listen to my podcast, and I hope the audio is better. I'm trying a little bit different. I'm trying to set up a little bit different, fix the mic a little, audio. So I hope you enjoy this. Hopefully, better quality audio from me. And thank you again. You guys have a great and safe time. Stay safe. Wear your masks. It is not a joke. I've already lost a family member to it. I've lost two family members to COVID, and I have other family members that have just gotten it again because they're not listening. I'm stuck at home and they refuse to listen and pay attention to the rules and regulations. And now they got their whole immediate family infected. So please be safe out there. Don't do anything stupid. Just stay safe and stay away and wear your mask. Also, if you could find latex gloves, wear latex gloves also. All right. Thank you all again for listening.